Hello. My name is Yuka. I live in Japan on $600 a month. Today, I would like to introduce what I have stopped doing in order to live on $600 a month. Let's get right to it. I quit using an iPhone. The last time I used an iPhone was over 10 years ago. I think the price of the device was about $360 for a new one at the time. If you want to buy the latest iPhone model new now, it costs about $700 in Japan. The iPhone is a popular model, but I only use the internet and don't really need the convenience features. I only use it occasionally for phone calls and chat applications. That is why I am currently using a Sharp Aquos model. The price was about $220. I have been using it for about 3 years now and have not had any inconvenience. Before that, I was using Asus Zenfone. I don't remember the price, but it was also cheap, but I had no inconvenience using it. I saved about $500 by dropping the iPhone in favor of a cheaper model. I switched to a cheaper carrier and plan. This is another saving strategy related to smartphones. I used to spend about $70 a month on my smartphone 10 years ago, but I switched carriers and reduced the cost to $14 a month. Since I switched to a cheaper plan to save money, I use less data, but that means I spend less time wasting time on my phone and more time doing other things. I realized how much time I had been wasting on the internet and games. The result was a savings of $56 per month or $672 per year. I canceled an option that I did not need on my smartphone. I was paying $3 per month for a warranty repair option when my smartphone broke, but I canceled it. I have been using a smartphone for more than 10 years and have never had to send it in for repair because it broke. In other words, it was an option I could have done without. As a result, I saved $42 per year. I have stopped coloring my hair. My natural hair is black, but I used to color it every 6 months. It costs about $50 per session, but I stopped to save money. Recently, with the increase in electricity and gas prices, the menu at the beauty salon has also gone up in price. My home utility bills have also gone up, so I decided to take the plunge and stop in order to reduce my expenses. If you have dark hair, it is free and there is no damage to your hair from coloring. As a result, I saved $100 a year. I stopped paying $30 for a haircut. I used to get a haircut at a hair salon every 3 months and pay $30. But now I have changed to a hair salon that offers $15 haircuts. The reason is the same as before, the price of the hairdresser's menu has gone up. I don't do fashionable hairstyles that require skill to create, so the cheap $15 hairdresser was enough for me. As a result, I saved $60 per year. I canceled my training gym. I had been using a $60 a month training gym for a year. But I only went once a week. I canceled it because I felt it was a waste of money to pay the fee since I didn't use it much. Originally, I did not want to have a perfect style. I just wanted to be able to gain a moderate amount of muscle and get a good workout. If so, training at home was effective enough. Now I train at home watching YouTube. As a result, the monthly fee of $720 per year became $0. I stopped going for massages. I was suffering from back pain and stiff shoulders, so I used to go once a month for a 60-minute $23 massage. After the massage, I would feel temporary relief, but after a while, my back and shoulders would start hurting again. So I researched for a fundamental solution and came up with the idea of fixing my posture. It seems that the cause of my back pain and stiff shoulders was my slouching and hunched back. So, I did stretches to cure my slouching, practiced yoga for about 15 minutes before going to bed, and consciously tried to correct my posture, and my back pain and stiff shoulders were reduced. Now I don't have to go for massages anymore. As a result, my annual expenditure of $276 has been reduced to $0. I stopped buying bread. Prices have continued to rise in Japan recently. Vegetables, meat, fish, utilities, everything is going up in price. And the price of bread has skyrocketed due to the effects of the rising prices of flour and eggs as well. The mass-produced bread sold in supermarkets is relatively inexpensive, but bread sold in handmade bakeries is expensive. I try to keep my food costs down by eating rice as my staple food, which is relatively stable in price. I have stopped celebrating events like birthdays and Christmas. Just as the price of bread is going up, the price of cake is going up because of the rising cost of flour and eggs. So I stopped eating cake on my birthday and Christmas. Especially at Christmas, cake shops sell cakes at higher prices than usual because it is a time when they make a lot of money. But recently, prices have gone up even more due to rising prices. I have decided to take the plunge and stop eating cake during events. I eat the same food as usual on birthdays and Christmas. Do you think this is going too far? I live alone so it doesn't really bother me, but if I had a family it might be a difficult way to go. There are other events in Japan. One of them is Setsubun. Every year on February 3rd, we hold a ceremony to drive away bad ogres. And on February 3rd, there is a custom to eat ihomaki sushi roll wrapped with sashimi and other ingredients. It is sold at sushi restaurants and supermarkets, but is very expensive. Each roll costs about $10 to $20. But if you make them yourself, you can eat them for about half the price. At events, everything is expensive, so I try not to spend money. I live the same way as usual and eat the same food as usual. It may be a lonely way of thinking, but I like to save, so I don't have a problem with it. How was it? I have shown you what I have stopped doing in order to live on $600 a month. So far, I have had no problems or inconvenience from stopping these things and reducing my expenses. I hope this will help you to increase your savings. Thanks for seeing it through to the end.